Hello dear. In this question we have to find the sum of cubes of integers. We have to find sum of cubes of integers larger than n. We have to find sum of cubes of integers larger than n, including 3n. For example, we know if the sum of natural number 1 plus 2 plus 3 so on up to n, which is n times of n plus 1 by 2. In this statement we have to find sum of cubes of integers. For example, 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube, so on n cube, which is n times of n plus 1 by 2 whole square. We have to find sum of cubes of integer which is larger than n. I mean to say sum is larger than n but including 3n. In this question we have to find sum of cubes of integer larger than n including 3n. This sum is just up to n. This sum of integer of cubes of integer which is only for n. These all term goes to n, up to n. But in given statement we have to find sum of integer up to 3n term which is larger than n. You know sum of cube of integer, sum of cubes of integer up to 3n term. We just replace n by 3n. Sum of cubes of integer up to 3n. Sum of cubes of integer up to 3n. We just replace n by 3n. We write here sum of cube of integer. We write S n is equal to 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube plus so on n cube, which is equal to n times of n plus 1 by 2 whole scale. And sum of cubes of integer up to 3n we write as 3n. We just replace n by 3n. 1 cube, up to 3n term. We just replace 3n times 3n plus 1 by 2 whole scale. Now we have to find sum of cubes of integer which is larger than n, and including 3n. We just subtract this one from 2. To get sum of cubes of integer larger than n including 3n, we just subtract 1 from 2. To get sum of cube of integer which is larger than n including 3n, we just subtract 1 from 2. By subtracting we will get as 3n minus Sn. By subtracting we will get 3n times of 3n plus 1 by 2 whole square minus n times of n plus 1 by 2 whole square. Now on simplification, we can write a square minus b square as a plus b times a minus b. We now write 3n times of 3n plus 1 by 2 plus n times of n plus 1 by 2. And now 3n times 3n plus 1 minus n times of n plus 1 by 2 minus by 2. On simplification, by taking 2 as LCM, we write 9n square plus 3n plus n square plus n, but by this bracket we write 9n square plus 3n minus n square minus n by 2. We now write 9n square plus n square, which is 10n square. 10n square plus 4n by 2. From this bracket, 9n square minus n square, which is 8n square plus 2n divided by this 2. You know, if we take 2n as a common from first bracket, we will get 5n plus 2 by 2. From second bracket, we will take common just 2n. We now write 4n plus 1 divided by 2. After cancellation, we will get n multiplied this n square 5n plus 2 times of 4n plus 1. This is the sum of cube of integer which is larger than n including 3n. This is question 10. Sum of cube of integer larger than n including 3n.